In today's globalized economy, companies are constantly expanding across borders. But with the international expansion comes the complex challenge of fairly compensating employees working in different countries. How do organizations ensure equity, manage cost, and motivate talent across diverse regions? The answer lies in effective international compensation strategies. In this video, we will explore what international compensation means, why it matters, and the key approaches organizations use to manage it. International compensation is about more than just paying checks. It is a strategic tool that helps business attract and retain global talent, ensure fairness, comply with international tax laws, and support employee motivation during the overseas assignment. Let's say a company sends a manager from New York to Singapore to work. The cost of living, tax structure, and the expectations are vastly different without a well thought out compensation plan. The employee might feel undervalued or face financial hardship. On the other hand, overpaying can hurt the company's bottom line. That's why organizations need to design compensation systems that balance employee needs with business goals, legal requirements, and market practices. Before diving into the approaches, let's look the core component of an international compensation package. Base salary. This is typically based on either the home or the host country salary structure. Foreign service premium, a bonus paid for the inconvenience of relocating internationally. Allowances. This can include cost of living allowance, which is given to cover the difference in living expenses, housing allowances, hardship allowance for challenging locations, education allowance for children's schooling, tax equalization or protection. It ensures the employee pays roughly the same tax as they would at home. Benefits. It can include health insurance, retirement plans, and relocation support, etc. These elements work to ensure the employees maintain a comparable standard of living with abroad. Now let's move to the approach to the international compensation. The first one is the balance sheet approach. The balance sheet approach is one of the most common methods used by the multinational companies. The goal is to ensure that expertise have the same purchasing power in the host country as they did at home. Here is how it works. The employee's home country salary is taken as the base, then adjustments are made for differences in cost of living, housing, and taxes. Allowances are added, and the company ensures that employees neither gains nor losses financially. The pros of this method is to maintain the equity and the consistency, but the cons can include it can be expensive and complicated to manage. The approach is best for long-term assignments and senior employees. Next is the going rate approach. As the name suggests, going rate approach, which is ongoing in the host country. So in this approach, compensation is based on the local market rates in the host country. The company uses data from salary surveys, local benchmark, and industry trends. For example, an IT professional sent from Brazil to Germany would be paid according to what local professionals in Germany earn for similar work. This method is simpler and often cheaper than the balance sheet method. It aligns well with local workforce norms, but it may create inequality among expertise from different home countries. This approach is often used for short-term assignments or where cost control is a priority. Moving to the host-based approach. Under host-based approach, employees are permanently transferred and paid as if they were local employees in the host country. This means they receive local salary, benefits, and are subjected to local labor laws. It encourages local integration and is typically less expensive, but employees may lose out on home country benefits and tax issues can be complex. This approach works well for permanent relocations or local hires in international locations. Moving to the last one, which is global pay system or international pay scales. The global pay system creates a unified compensation structure across all countries using job grades or bands to determine the pay regardless of location. For example, a project manager at grade 3 would have the global pay range that adjusted slightly by country specific factors but overall remains consistent. It provides transparency and fairness across the organizations, but it is difficult to implement and may not reflect local pay expectations. This model is used by companies striving for local consistencies in compensation. Let us see what factors needs to be considered while choosing the right approach. Choosing the right approach depends on the several key factors including the purpose and duration of the assignment, the seniority of the employee, the cost of living and the tax environment in the host country, company culture, and the compensation philosophy. For strategic roles, the balance sheet approach may be best. For localized position, the host based or going rate approach might be more suitable. Companies may also use a hybrid strategy, blending elements from a multiple approaches to fit these specific needs. What are the challenges in international compensation? Currency fluctuation can affect the real income. Tax laws vary dramatically across the countries. Inflation can impact purchasing power. Cultural expectations around pay and benefits differ, but the landscape is evolving. Key trends include use of data analytics to track and compare compensation globally, flexible benefit that suit mobile and remote worker, growing adoption of digital platforms to manage compensation program. International compensation is more than just numbers. It is a bridge between strategy, fairness, and global growth. By understanding the different approaches, companies can build strong, motivated, and mobile teams ready to take on the world. Thanks for watching the video. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. And feel free to drop your question in the comment box. Thank you.